Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well. And I don't know if you've heard, but memes, they're the future of music promotion. Thanks to gigantic social media platforms and websites like Reddit and Facebook and Twitter and the now defunct Vine and Snapchat, as well as Instagram, and who can forget YouTube. In 2017, memes have transcended mere internet tomfoolery and are now used routinely as vehicles for social commentary, ideological or cultural identity, artistic vision, and a means to express the deepest, darkest depths of human depravity. But what I am most interested in for the sake of this video is meme consumption and creation as a reflection of relevance or popularity. As I said earlier, memes and music have created this weird marriage over the past decade, which seems to be hitting a real peak this year, especially with this new wave of up-and-coming SoundCloud rappers that have really been taking the hip-hop culture by storm. And their popularity has resulted in one of the biggest waves of music-centric memes this year. From the opening bars of Denzel Curry's Ultimate, which was featured on countless Vines, to some of XXXTentacion's more aggressive and blown-out songs that served a similar purpose as a kind of aggressive crescendo or explosion point. Also, many of his moody mugshots, not to mention the overly edgy XXL Cypher performance, which was remixed over and over and over and over. And then you have Lil Pump and Ugly God, whose careers, respectively, have pretty much been on meme life support, because each of them only have a few truly viral songs to their name, but you could argue that these guys have more hit memes than they do hit songs. Let me slip in one single point here. Need I remind you that one of the biggest releases of the year was a literal meme rap album from a meme rap artist, Pink Guy, and the memification of modern music on the internet has been a long and slow process whose origins are kind of spotty, but it was majorly snowballed toward the beginning by Lil B. Now, the memes that orbit these guys are more than just jokes. They are a sign that people are engaged with what they're doing, and engagement and attention is valuable. The phenomenon of short attention spans on the internet is real, especially with young audiences, although it is not entirely the fault of millennials, because with the saturation of audiovisual content on every corner of the internet, there's actually very little online that's truly worth your attention. But if something someone creates and throws out there into the internet abyss actually resonates with someone, actually is impactful or awful enough to stop somebody and many other people in their tracks, chances are, even if for a short time, a community online will form around that thing. And from that community will sprout memes. Now, a lot of these jokes typically are very inside and meant only for people who are truly in the know, but sometimes those memes and that humor gains a life all its own and almost acts like an advertisement, a calling card, enticing internet users that kind of want to know what all the hubbub's about. I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence that things like the Shmoney Dance and Raindrop Drop Top were doing huge numbers on the internet before the songs those references come from were doing huge numbers on the charts. Not to mention things like Metro Boomin's Don't Trust You watermark. Jokes like this do quite a bit to expand the names of these artists outside of the traposphere. Artists who are on the come up becoming somewhat more popular through memes is one thing, but artists who are very popular already embracing and endorsing memes, that kind of creates this really loud feedback loop between that person and their fans, so loud that it's almost deafening is another. Like Drake performing in front of a set of memes in reference to the beef that him and Meek Mill had, where Meek took a really hard L back in 2015, which drew everyone's attention onto that beef. So many people were paying attention to this thing already because you had two of the biggest rappers in the game going back and forth, trading tracks, trading disses, but the fact that everybody was making fun of it in such a clever fashion with a hilarious set of memes just added a whole different dynamic and ball game to the whole thing. And then for Drake to elevate and platform what he thought were some of the funniest of those is just amazing. And that thing only influences and encourages people to make more of those memes. So the point I'm trying to bring home is that memes are reflective of popularity, but also intensity of that popularity. Like, it's no surprise that Kendrick Lamar with just how much of a tour de force his latest album has been as far as dominating the charts. This album cycle for the album Damn has been his most meme-centric album cycle. From all of the reaction GIFs to come out of his music videos, to all of the quotables on some of the songs from that record, to the many, many, many album photoshops. And there's a genius remix of the song Humble where nearly every word in the song is syrup sandwiches.
My syrup sandwich just went viral!
All of this intense focus and passion and engagement is money online, because today, attention, clicks, equals cash. And that engagement makes money whether it's positive or negative. And it's not surprising that you have record companies and major corporations looking for ways to cash in. Whether that be with the signing of Danielle Cash Me Outside Bergoli by Atlantic Records, or Gucci recently commissioning a series of memes to advertise their overpriced wares. But for the most part, both of these things have warranted a collective groan on the internet. But still, memes and engagement make money. Companies are not going to give up on this. They're eventually going to get their foot in the meme door because there's value in it. And it's only a matter of time before they crack the code with a more subtle approach.